Good evening and welcome to Active Citizens Parliament. My name is Sharon Enemchuku and I'm joined in the studio by Ifoma Oji. Good evening. How are you doing?
Good evening, Sharon.
How are you doing?
Very well.
Oh, you look beautiful as usual.
And you too, as usual.
Thank you. All right, let's move on to the stories that we have for today. So on one hand, in Anambra State, Honorable Bernard laid it all bare, sharing just how hefty constituency allowances are, revealing 7.5 million naira quarterly, and now it's 10 million naira. And he has been summoned by the assembly, threatened with suspension. On the other hand, a retired army chief, General Tuko Buratai, proposes we treat the rising insecurity like COVID, consider lockdown-style measures, and a radical shift in how we fight threats. Now, what do these stories say about transparency, security, and leadership? And that is what we'll be looking at today at Active Citizens Parliament. Now, I'm going to start this with you, Ifoma, because you're the only person here with me. Do you think that exposing allowance figures is an act of betrayal or bravery? Because he's been coming on under a lot of fire. But do you think this is an act of bravery or?
It doesn't relate to anything betrayal.
Okay.
I actually think it's quite brave because transparency and accountability is something that is far-fetched in Nigeria, especially with those holding official positions. You get?
Yes.
They spend millions, squander millions, and they don't even give accounts. They say they are commissioning this project, the other project, but they cannot give you a cost breakdown of how they spent the money. So for the lawmaker, like Ikemezue to come out to say, this is how much he's being paid, I think it's actually quite brave. It's
all right,
just
okay.
Brave.
So
I
in your opinion,
yes,
it's just that I mean, with the amount that they are being paid, 10 million naira every 3 months, do you think is that meant for community development or elitism? I mean, people are complaining about the huge amount of money that they are being paid almost quarterly every year.
I actually think the money is quite much because we already know we are in debt in this country. You get, and for lawmakers to be earning something like that kind of amount, I feel it's actually community money or taxpayers' money, which is supposed to be allocated to important things in the country. Rather, it's they use it, they mismanage it for their own selfish interest or to enrich their pockets the most. So I think it's actually quite exorbitant.
That means it's the same thing most Nigerians have been saying since this went viral. But do you think
but we don't see where our money they enter.
Of course, now we know. But do you think that this is going to become a turning point for politics in Anambra State? Do you think this would spearhead transparency, in Anambra politics?
Okay. I actually wanted to provide a background story to how this whole thing happened before I answer your question. This young man came out, he came out to say something about, he revealed what happened, secret concerning the late Justice Azuka, his death, how the details surrounding his death. He came out to reveal it, then revealing how much they are being paid every month or whatever their allowance. Now, this particular judge was, according to research, he was returning from a meeting. He was going home, retiring home, and he was kidnapped at gunpoint. And they let I'm talking about Justice Azuka. Okay. He was going home, and then he was kidnapped at gunpoint, and then on February, during February, they saw his death, his corpse around I think on Nature Road or something like that. It was actually security personnel that discovered his body. And a lot of reactions emerged, people saying that they need justice, what happened to this man, you get. So then this particular guy coming out to, reveal the secrets surrounding the death of this man, and then the body which he works with now threatening to, you know, suspend him. You get question, they summoned him for questioning and then possible suspension, which I actually think is quite sad. Like I said earlier, that I mean, Nigeria here, transparency, accountability is quite far, and somebody coming out to, you know, tell you the truth about something that happened, I think it's under the whistleblowers constitution. And you could see a lot of persons are still coming out to say that the governor of Anambra State should protect this guy under whistleblower, because I mean, he revealed secrets which not everybody will come out boldly to, you know, reveal. It's quite commendable, it's quite bold of him.
I understand.
To say. But at the same time, it's according to what his fellow lawmakers are actually saying, that it's quite risky. It's kind of you're creating an environment whereby lawmakers will no longer be safe. Yet you're endangering the lives of lawmakers by exposing these secrets. And at the same time, I actually wanted to bring the aspect of we don't know if this information he revealed is verified. We don't know if it's a first-hand information, if he witnessed it, or if an eyewitness revealed that to him. We don't know.
You know, talking about the circumstances surrounding this, there is a video that I would love us to listen to, you know, from this same man, Bernard, so that we get a full view of what he actually said from his own point of view.
For an opportunity, and an opportunity given to him to speak for himself. Yes, now we're going to do anything without hearing from me. You swear for now. But now let me go straight to the point. Here you alleged that I have only moved 2 motions. That is not true. Even though we were discouraged. In fact, on the motion, okay, let's assume I didn't move any motion, but I'm coming to list my motions. Let's assume I didn't move any motion. Of what essence is it for me to waste my time moving motions? When we, on the first retreat, after our inauguration, on our first retreat with the governor openly and clearly told us.
All right, we didn't get to listen or watch the full video, but if you do, you would, you know, hear the other things that he went further to talk about, especially as it pertains to the politics in Anambra State. But now he's been summoned, okay, because of, you know, the statement that he made revealing how much he earns and he's being paid. Now he's summoned, you know, to appear. But do you think summoning a lawmaker for speaking up is a warning to others? Do you think this is going to shut other lawmakers up that might want to speak out?
Exactly. In a situation, in a system whereby you're penalizing transparency, I mean, other people that will want to, you know, give accounts or be transparent or speak the truth to power will actually withdraw back, because somebody came out to reveal something, you get, and you are trying to suspend or penalize the person. Of course, it will actually demoralize every other person that is, you know, teetering towards doing the same thing.
So do you think now that maybe us as citizens or the Anambra citizens should demand full account or like full transparency as it regards to their money, taxpayers, constituency, and all the things that concerns them?
Yeah, it's the same thing that we talk about every single time in this this forum or this platform. I mean, we've already seen what is going on with our leaders, how our leaders spend money on projects that they are not supposed to, you know, spend money on, you get, or when they spend money on those, even the relevant projects they are to spend money on, they don't give the public accounts of what they do. So yes, I think this is actually setting the pace for accountability in our system, and it's more like urging every citizen in Nigeria. It is time for you to, you know, demand, especially in Anambra State here, because it's looking like anything that has to do with cynicism, you get, and corruption is kind of centering around Anambra of recent. So I think it's time for the Anambra youth to, you know, wake up, you get, and demand accountability from those who govern them.
So what would you suggest going forward for this you know, barrister that has come to reveal this? You mentioned Soludo protecting him as a whistleblower, but what do you
think
suggest?
he shouldn't, for the fact that, you know, he came out, even though I know it's against, according to the law,
the ethics that guy.
Yes, is against that, but I mean, it is something quite commendable, and it is rare in this generation, and I don't think any other person have come out as a lawmaker to, you know, review this kind of thing. I think investigations should be carried on this matter. What led to Justice Azuka's death? You get, the family deserves to know the truth behind it. I mean, it will actually give them, you know, closure to whatever happened, and then again to the public. I think for the fact that this man came out to, you know, reveal this to the public and account how much he earns or his body allowance, you get, earns, I think it's a beginning of a new era of accountability. And I think this man shouldn't be, you know, sanctioned for the fact that he came out to speak his truth.
I like that you said that, and I hope that they're listening, the appropriate authorities. We're in a situation of the country where it seems as though transparency is non-existent, exactly. And we, as citizens, are calling on our leaders to be transparent, because when you are transparent, it means there's no way where you can go and siphon money or steal or embezzle funds. So I genuinely believe that transparency is the way forward for us as Nigerians. But moving on to the next story, you know, does invoking COVID-19 lockdown even make sense? That's my own. I mean, with the insecurity issues that we are facing, it doesn't even make sense to involve a lockdown here.
Yes, I think it makes sense, because these people have, according to them, they have tried years with no success, no fruitfulness. So if the formal this thing is coming out to say that, okay, that I think this is the best way to go about curbing or scrapping insecurity entirely, then I think it should be a welcomed development.
That would be interesting. Okay,
I'll explain.
All right.
Now, number one is that he's talking about the citizens, not just the citizens, media, government, and literally everybody, all hands on deck to fight this especially Boko Haram insurgencies in the country. In so many parts of the country, we have Bono and the Adamawa and the rest of them, you understand. So I think it's actually, he's trying to, you know, bring it to public attention that I think since they can't fight this fight alone, that everybody should unite to fight this this menace.
So like mobilizing everybody.
Yes, mobilizing everybody. There's advantage here and there is disadvantage. Like I mentioned, the advantage is kind of he's bringing everybody together since they can't do it alone, you get. And then again, if movements should be restricted, you know, these people, these bandits are not ordinary people, you get. So it's kind of them mixing with ordinary people will be quite hard for them to adapt to living like ordinary persons. So it will be quite easy for the security operatives to and the communities to fish them out. That's then number two. Then coming to the disadvantages, I mean, we already know that hardship has skyrocketed to a large extent in Nigeria. So this is more like going to fuel that hardship in Nigeria. And then not just fueling hardship, there are people that earn daily. It will actually affect them, and not just affecting them, the investors, the markets, the economy in total. I mean, we run exports in this country. It will actually affect that too. So it's on both sides. So if I am to say anything about this particular matter, I think if they should be locked down, Yeah, I'm coming. We remember what happened. Yeah, we remember that things were quite hard. The prices of food in the market was actually quite pricey. It was quite much costly then. But if this lockdown should be, you know, brought back, you get, I think it should be a welcome development in the sense that it should be the areas where there is this Boko Haram insurgencies that this lockdown should
not
be
generally, not in the entire
generally,
Nigeria.
because I mean it will cripple.
Okay, I thought that's what he was saying. Because the entire Nigeria should be on lockdown.
We know record has it that Borno State has the highest hit when it comes to this Boko Haram thing. So I think they should focus on those particular areas where these people are, you know, trading day by day.
But what if he's saying the entire Nigeria should be on lockdown? What do you think of that?
No,
because
no, that one cannot work.
Okay, because I
can't work because we come on bringing us back.
Because he said the COVID-19 type of lockdown, so it's the entire nation on hold.
Yeah, taking us back to COVID-19 will actually be a serious damage, to pose serious damage. I mentioned the economy. You get, we already know what's going on. I mentioned hardship. It will increase definitely hardship. Not like I mentioned in daily income earners, it will affect them. We have drivers. That is how they earn. Imagine putting them on hold. You get, because you want to curb security. It's actually going to be, you know,
all right.
hard.
Then that makes it clearer. But do you think if the government is going to buy the suggestion, if they are to buy the suggestion, what would you advise that they put in measure? What measures do you think they should put in place to cushion the effect of a lockdown, like the COVID-19 lockdown?
Okay, I believe I've actually touched on that. I said that these security personnel should be deployed in those areas that we have Boko Haram, you get trading. I mentioned Adamawa, I mentioned Bono. I mean, of recent we are hearing Benue now. Of recent we are hearing the eastern part of Nigeria. So I think those particular places should the security operatives should, you know, be deployed to that place, and not just deploying them there and then declaring shutdown. I think these people should be provided for when it comes to food, when it comes to money. I mean, every single thing, because it's definitely going to be hard on them. But I think it's actually a nice, a good initiative. So
okay,
basically.
so I'm just hoping that when he says lockdown, like you also mentioned, that he means he's including government officials. So there won't be any traveling out of the country for emergencies, none of that. If you're going to be in the country, it means everybody is going to be in the same country with all of us. But if everybody's going, how is that going to work out? Because I want us to get the clear picture. If everybody is on lockdown and they want to catch these bandits, they want to catch these terrorists, how is it going to happen? Is it by suffocating them till they cannot survive any longer, or how long would the lockdown even last for?
You know, like you asked me to proffer a solution. I did proffer a solution, and I said that they should provide food and those things that, I mean, people that don't walk around or move around need to survive. You understand? When you don't move around, how will you be kidnapped? I don't know if you're getting what I'm talking about. I'm kind of trying to tell you the ways in which they can actually, you know, catch these people. If people are in their homes, we
have had several cases of people, you know, barging into people's houses, bandits.
and not just being in their home. Like I said, the security personnel should be deployed there. And I don't know how possible it's going to be, but I will actually suggest if a number of security personnel should, you know, mount on, I don't know if I should say each community or each household. You understand? Because I mean, once these people don't see you on the road to either kidnap you or anything of that sort, they will start moving house to house. You get? So I think these people should be mounted. Like I said, if they deploy them, then I think each household should have security personnel.
I like your idea. I'm only concerned with the fact that I don't know if we have the capability, if the Nigerian military has the capability or the capacity where they can be deployed, you know, community by community.
If they don't, they should employ. This insecurity has eaten deep into Nigeria, not just Nigeria, Nigeria's productivity and its economy. So it's high time we do something. If this lockdown will be a way forward, then I think it should be a welcomed development. In as much as we know that, I mean, a lot of things are literally going to, you know, be placed on hold, but I mean, invite those people, like just like what Sacramento said, one of those our shows, he said that they should employ those people that kind of
have the technical know-how,
or the people. Yes. So I think it's high time. There was something that happened. Which state was that they kidnapped one is a white man or something like that, and they deployed those people, heard the news, and they came down to Nigeria here and apprehended those persons. How did they fish it out? You see that they have that tech, they are technologically savvy to, you know, discover the location where that person was, you know, kept. You get? So I think if these people, if we cannot do it, we should employ the hands that can, you know, fix the situation, because I mean it's actually too much. Yes,
I like that. And to our president who said the Nigerian military can fight any war, at the TCAD 9 earlier this some days ago, I just hope that at the end of the day, the same military that the president has spoken so highly of will be able to do us proud and solve and resolve the issues of insecurities that we've been facing for years in Nigeria. But thank you very much, Ifeoma Oji, for your contributions. It is really insightful and I appreciate you.
Anytime, any day.
Thank you. And to all of our viewers, thank you so much for joining us as usual. Remember that the comment section is for you. Make sure you drop your opinions, your ideas, drop it in the comment section. If you're not following us across all social media platforms, please endeavor to do so that you're updated with all of our doings. And you can also find me on my personal page at Sharon Enemchuku. And you, Ifeoma?
On Facebook, you can find me at Oji Sophia, and on Instagram, you can find me at Miselex.
All right. Thank you once again for doing this with us. Till we see you next week. Do have a good evening.